Last time, we discussed how Koto invited Damon and Takuya to go play at the beach. Although Takuya had already seen Koto's brother, Ichiro, in photos, he couldn't help but be intimidated by the man's aura. This was especially true when Ichiro asked about his relationship with Koto, causing Takuya to nervously check his expression every time he spoke to her. Since Koto was busy preparing ingredients for the barbecue, Takuya and Damon had to find a way to pass the time with Seiyu. Seiyu suggested they build a zen sculpture of a character from Kiramo. Takuya and Damon were in charge of the hands-on work, while she went to a distance to check if the sculpture was symmetrical. In reality, Seiyu's plan was to use this trip as an opportunity to take some intimate photos of Heimani and Takuya, which was why she made up an excuse to leave them alone. So, Koto finished her tasks and brought her two younger brothers to the beach. Hearing that Takuya was an expert at claw machines, Koto's brothers immediately challenged him. Being an otaku, Takuya was quickly defeated by the energetic elementary schooler. Koto told Takuya he didn't need to indulge the little guy so much, but he smiled and said he was having fun too. This improved Hibiki and Kakura's impression of Takuya considerably. Unfortunately, when the two little boys buried Takuya in the sand, they nearly caused Koto to accidentally kiss him, which intensified Ichiro's murderous intent towards Takuya. During the barbecue, Seiyu and Kakura got into an argument over who Takuya was actually the boyfriend of. They were even willing to drop some explosive scoops about Eamon and Koto to prove their points. Eamon and Koto quickly stopped them, asking them to discuss something else. Regrettably, Seiyu relentlessly lectured Hibiki and Kakura, causing the relationship between the three to become instantly tense. Fortunately, Takuya used the excuse of buying ice cream to lead Seiyu away. On the way, Takuya told Seiyu that he was so excited about hanging out with everyone yesterday that he couldn't sleep. He hoped everyone else felt the same way. Seiyu understood the meaning behind Takuya's words and took the initiative to reconcile with Hibiki and Kakura, taking advantage of a moment when no one was around. Ichiro asked Takuya which one he liked more, Eamon or Koto. Takuya quickly explained that they were just friends. Seeing that Takuya was still hesitating, Ichiro didn't force him to answer. He simply reminded Takuya that whether it was Koto or Eamon, he didn't want anyone approaching them with a just-for-fun attitude. Takuya then told Ichiro that if anyone made the two girls sad, even if that person was Ichiro, he wouldn't forgive them. This caused Ichiro to change his opinion of Takuya, and he entrusted him to take good care of Koto. However, whenever Takuya and Koto were interacting privately, his instincts as a brother couldn't help but kick in to block them. After saying goodbye to Koto's family, Takuya and Damon took Seiyu on the road back home. On the way, an exhausted Seiyu and Takuya accidentally leaned against each other and fell asleep. Noticing this, Damon also took the opportunity to quietly lean against Takuya. At this moment, the three of them looked just like a family of three. Will Takuya ultimately choose Damon or Koto? Follow my channel to get the latest anime plot updates first.